You wanted to see me, Mrs. Padgett.
Oh, there you are. Mr. Padgett just informed me that Miss Laney and Mr. Brewster are having guests come down from New York this afternoon. Now, I know you're training up a new girl in the kitchen, but we need to have something special for lunch. And then later this afternoon, we'll talk about what the supper menu will be.
Well, yes, Mrs. Padgett, I'll have everything ready and under control, just as always.
Just as always. I knew that you would.
This your scrapbook, Mrs. Padgett?
Why, yes, it is. As a matter of fact, when Mr. Padgett and I first started at Debary Hall, that was back when Mr. Adolph inherited it from his father. Oh, look here. I even have a picture of you.
Oh, my. That girl can't be me. She's too thin to be a cook. Oh, my. Well, I best be getting back to the new girl before she gets herself into some kind of mischief.
All right, well, I'll be checking on you girls in the kitchen in a few minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Oh, Bill, come here and see a picture of Will. Look here.
He's a spitting image of his grandpa. He looks exactly like me when I was that age. You remember this hunt?
Well, of course I remember that hunt. It's just like all the other hunts here.
You make me sound almost predictable. You know, downright boring. Do you think I ought to go back to cattle punching like when we first got married?
I would not call tending 6,000 acres boring.
Speaking of which, I got a new field hand waiting for me by the stables. I need to show him how to mow and how to make boxes and crate the oranges before we get going on that hunt.
You are not going to have time to do all of that before lunch.
All right. Maybe just box making today. Here comes Arthur with your milk. Tell him to shake a leg when he gets here. We gotta get going on that hunt.
All right.
Arthur?
Mr. Padgett? Miss Padgett?
Arthur.
Got the milk from the main house, about to take it back to the kitchen, then I'll take care of the workers.
Now remember, we have a hunt today.
Oh, no, ma'am, don't I know it. Already talked to Mr. Padgett about it this morning. You know, we've been seeding the fields with partridge pea. Which is funny because we're not hunting partridges, we hunting quail. Anyway, they all right, fat and happy, and they ready to be hunted.
Oh, so it's a quail hunt today.
Yes, sir.
Is that my morning milk going sour in the morning sun? Arthur Thompson, sometimes I think you ain't got brains God gave a chicken.
Oh, speaking of chickens, you need to get the chickens frying for lunch at 1 o'clock.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Padgett. Actually, Landis and Davy caught up some fresh fish from the creek this morning. I can fry them up as well.
I'm thinking Mr. Padgett loves your fried chicken. But me and the boys, we can go for a fish fry. You toss in some of your special taters, maybe a few collard greens, and a little corn on the cob.
Never you mind what I make for lunch. I'll cook it and you'll eat it. Now, give me my milk. I've got work to do.
Yes, sir. You don't mind asking? What you got there, Miss Padgett?
This is my scrapbook, and I've been keeping it ever since I came here to Debary Hall. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of you right there.
I remember that day. Bears like to spend their winters down here. It's mostly casual. Come evening meal, it's all the fixings like you in New York or something. They'd almost always have wine or champagne, sometimes ale with the meal.
Well, that's why the Debarys love to come down here at the wintertime. Oh, that reminds me, I need to chill some champagne for supper.
Mums?
Oh, of course, because that's how Mr. Frederick made his fortune here at Debary, by importing that champagne in. And I am so pleased Miss Laney, the granddaughter, and her husband, Mr. Brewster, are going to keep Debary Hall open. Oh, listen, our guests are going to be arriving on the steamship here from New York anytime now.
Yes, ma'am. I'll have the carriage ready to pick them up.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I better go tell Cook about the changes of the menu. Oh, and I was thinking we need some bottles of ale on the table for supper and some also Apollinaris bottled water. For heaven's sakes, what happened here?
Too much seasoning, nothing to worry about. I'll have that ale in bottled water, Mrs. Padgett.
Oh, that's Miss Laney's and Mr. Brewster's friends coming in on the steamboat. Let's go to the front porch and watch them dock. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Too much seasoning?
Well, it takes some time getting used to cooking at Debary.
Of course it does. I remember your first day. Too much seasoning, too. I just love watching the steamships come in.
It is beautiful. I'll say.